Hey guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour. I know a lot of people do their bookshelf tours at the beginning of the year, but I've been really wanting to do one, and since I just kind of started my channel, I figured it'd be okay to do it in the middle of the year. On my first shelf, I have the first two Trials of Apollo series, the Hidden Oracle and the Dark Prophecy. The first two Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series, the Sword of Summer and the Hammer of Thor. The Heroes of Olympus series, the Lost Hero, the Son of Neptune, the Mark of Athena, the House of Hades, and the Blood of Olympus. The Heroes of Olympus novella, The Demigod Diaries, the Kane Chronicles trilogy, The Red Pyramid, The Throne of Fire, and The Serpent's Shadow, and finally, the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, all by Rick Riordan. The Michael Vey series, The Prisoner of Cell 25, The Rise of the Elgin, The Battle of the Ampere, The Hunt for Jade Dragon, and Storm of Lightning by Richard Paul Evans. I Hunt Killers and Game by Barry Lyga. And finally, the Dragon King trilogy, In the Hall of the Dragon King, The Warlords of Nin, and The Sword and the Flame by Stephen R. Lawhead. On to the second shelf, I have the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness, The Knife of Never Letting Go, The Ask and the Answer, and Monsters of Men. The Chronicles of Nick by Sherry Lynn Kenyon, Infinity, Invincible, Infamous, Inferno, and Illusion. The Dangerous Days of Daniel X by James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge. Daniel X Game Over by James Patterson and Ned Rust, and Daniel X Armageddon by James Patterson and Chris Grabenstein. Witch and Wizard by James Patterson and Gabriella Charbonnet, and Witch and Wizard The Gift by James Patterson and Ned Rust. The Maximum Ride series by James Patterson, The Angel Experiment, School's Out Forever, Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports, The Final Warning, Max, Fang, Angel, Nevermore, and Maximum Ride Forever. On my next shelf, I have the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu, Legend, Prodigy, and Champion. The Immortal series by Tamora Pierce, Wild Magic, Wolf Speaker, Emperor Mage, and The Realms of the Gods. The Outsiders, That Was Then, This Is Now, Taming the Star Runner, and Rumblefish, all by S.E. Hinton. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. The Chronicles of Vladimir Todd by Heather Brewer, 8th Grade Bites, 9th Grade Slays, 10th Grade Bleeds, 11th grade Burns, and 12th grade Kills, and also the first book in the Slayer Chronicles First Kill. The Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz, Stormbreaker, Point Blank, Skeleton Key, Eagle Strike, Scorpia, Archangel, and I'm missing the 7th book, Snakehead, Crocodile Tears, Scorpio Rising, and the prequel, Russian Roulette, The Story of an Assassin. And finally, the first and third book of the Gatekeeper series, Ravengate and Nightrise by Anthony Horowitz. On my fourth shelf, I have the first 7 books in the Ranger's Apprentice series by John Flanagan, The Ruins of Gorlin, The Burning Bridge, The Icebound Land, The Battle for Scandia, The Sorcerer of the North, The Surge of Makinda, and Eric's Ransom. The first 3 books in the Aragon series by Christopher Paolini, Aragon, Eldest, and Brissinger. The first 3 books in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series by Ransom Riggs, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls. The Maze Runner series by James Dashner, The Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, The Death Cure, and The Kill Order. Eye of Minds by James Dashner, The City of Ember series by Jeannie DeProw, The City of Ember, The People of Sparks, The Prophet of Yonwood, and The Diamond of Darkhold. The first 2 books in the His Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman, The Golden Compass and The Subtle Knife, The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funk, and the first 2 Mirror World books, Reckless and Fearless, also by Cornelia Funk. On my 5th shelf, I have Twilight, the 10th Anniversary Edition, and Life and Death, New Moon, and Eclipse, all by Stephanie Meyer. Lux Beginnings, which include the first 2 books, Obsidian and Onyx by Jennifer L. Almentrout. The first 2 Keys to the Kingdom series by Garth Nix, Mr. Monday and Grim Tuesday. The first 2 Fablehaven books by Brandon Mull, Fablehaven and Fablehaven Rise of the Evening Star. The second book in the Warp series, The Hangman's Revolution by Ian Colfer. The Artemis Fowl series by Ian Colfer. The first book is Artemis Fowl, the second book is Artemis Fowl, The Arctic Incident, the fourth book is Artemis Fowl, The Opal Deception, and the fifth book is Artemis Fowl, The Lost Colony. And I also have the Artemis Fowl Files by Ian Colfer. The first 2 books in the Gone series by Michael Grant, Gone and Hunger. The Ugly series by Scott Westerfield, Uglies Book 1, Pretties Book 2, and Specials Book 4. I also have An Insider's Guide to the World of Uglies, Bogus to Bubbly by Scott Westerfeld, Walk Out a Brother by Thomas Bayard, Divergent by Veronica Roth, and The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. On my second bookshelf, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. The first book I have is a collection of Robert Louis Stevenson novels, Treasure Island, The Master of Ballantrae, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Kidnapped. The Journey to the Fringe by Kelly Swafford Nielsen. Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. The Bind-Up of the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. The New Kid by Temple Matthews. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Time Riders, Day of the Predator, the second book in the Time Riders series by Alex Scarrow. The 9 Lives of Chloe King by Liz Braswell. The first 3 books of the Nightward series, Secret Vampire, Daughters of Darkness, and Spellbinder by L.J. Smith. Rot and Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. No Safety in Numbers by Diana Lawrence. Marked by P.C. Cast and Kristen Cast. Flashpoint by Sneed B. Collard III. Time Raiders the Avenger by P.C. Cast. The Martian by Andy Ware. And Holes by Louis Sakar. On my second shelf, I have Escape by Hannah Jane, Stories of Sherlock Holmes by Conan Doyle, the first 2 books in the Last Apprentice series by Joseph Delaney, Revenge of the Witch and Curse of the Bane, also known as The Seventh Son, The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein, Lion Boy, which is missing its cover, by Zizu Corder, Ruthie's Gift by Kimberly Brewbreaker Bradley, Jacob Have I Loved by Catherine Patterson, and Bridge to Terabithia, also by Catherine Patterson, Skellig by David Almond, The Secret School by Avi, Gregor and the Overlander by Suzanne Collins, Ringer by Jerry Spinelli, Flipped by Wendelin Van Dronen, You Don't Know Me by David Klass, Odd Thomas, Odd Brother, Odd Hours, and Deeply Odd, all by Dean Koontz, The Roar by Emma Clayton, Magic by Angie Sage, The Sisters Grimm by Michael Buckle, Five Are Missing by Lois Duncan, Number the Stars, and The Giver by Lois Lowry, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, The Hooded Man by Jay Bennett, and The Summer of the Monkeys by Wilson Rawls. And finally, on my last shelf, I have the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay, The Music of Dolphins by Karen Hesse, the first 2 books in the Ravenhill Mysteries by Emily Rhoda, The Ghost of Ravenhill, and The Sorcerer's Apprentice, Paint the Wind by Pam Munoz Ryan, Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell, The 100 Cupboards Book 1 by N.D. Wilson, and last but not least, Hoot by Carl Hyacin. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!